Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We have got a super special delivery today in the shape of Formula One. But before I turn the lights on, can I just get something out of my system? Finally! People, this is the Scalextric McLaren MCL36 2022 Emilia Romagna GP Formula One car. Oh my gosh! How long did it take for this to come back on the market, if it came out on the market at all in the first place? I'm sure this should have been released last year. I could be wrong, but look at this beauty. Oh, let's not waste. Oh, look at that. Fancy Formula One signs put in my parking bay for the arrival of this bad boy. No, these are not included. Right, do you know what? Just looking at this thing, it has been worth the wait. Oh my goodness, would you look at this beauty. Now, if you've been watching some of my videos, not just the slot car ones, you would have seen me unbox a huge 1/12 scale of this beauty. And I can see straight away where Scalextric have decided not to put in certain details, which I have no problems with whatsoever. Let me just quickly show you them now, get them out of the way. Oh, would you look at this beauty? Anyway, let me just show you. Oh, by the way, I am a Formula One fan, but a new Formula One fan. I only started really following it religiously mid last year. And I fell in love with this livery and the BWT one. But anyway, get close. What's missing on this bad boy? Again, and it doesn't bother me. I just want to show it to you. Look there, right around that area. Have you worked it out yet? Hold on. There you go, zoom in. So what we have on this 1/12 scale model, you have wing mirrors, see? But not on this baby. But again, I don't care. Now let's have a look at the rear. Right around here, there's something fairly major missing. An exhaust pipe, look. But, and I genuinely mean this, it doesn't bother me at all, not in the slightest. I just wanted to show you the obvious differences from the get-go. Now there are other differences, but I'm not going to go through all of them, like on the suspension at the front, but it doesn't matter. If you look at the suspension on this slot car version, you wouldn't necessarily think there's something missing there. Not at all. This model is amazing. And it's a Scalextric slot car. Right, let's start at the wheels, because I'll tell you this straight away. The wheels on this bad boy are spot on, I'm telling you. Have a quick look at the 1/12 model version. Now have a quick look at the real version. Now, as we take a look at the front of this vehicle, I absolutely love everything on the front, apart from one little thing. Can you see it? Right there, look, you can see the cables, the wires. I would have preferred that they didn't really leave those exposed like that. I mean, it's neither here nor there, but considering one of their much cheaper budgety F1 cars is done differently. Look, you can't see any cables, no wires, no nothing. Now, they may have a reason for doing that, what with this being a more premium Scalextric slot car. Other than that, everything else about this car, I'm going to tell you from this point onwards, is amazing, okay? So apart from the exposed wires there, this looks so authentic, and I'm loving, once again with Scalextric, it doesn't matter how small a logo or any sort of signage is on a vehicle, it's done to perfection. Absolutely loving how they've done the halo around there, and they've even managed to put some of the livery on there too. Look, have a look at this. As we continue to look at this beautiful specimen right here, let me take you back to the rear wing. I've got to say, it looks decent. That's exactly how the real version looks, and it does have dark trace on the wing. And then on the underside of it, you've got McLaren Artura. Now again, I've got to give Scalextric 10 out of 10 for including a driver. The helmet looks good. Again, loving the halo or the roll loop or whatever you want to call it. Look at that. You see this yellow section right there? It's only because I really started getting into Formula One why I even know what that is. And when you think about it, it makes sense. Because if it wasn't for this little contraption, we wouldn't get this sort of cool angle. Yeah, it's the above driver camera system on a Formula One car. Now, it's not just the camera, it also has to incorporate some sort of antenna system. I am super excited to get this on the track because it's going to be a first, okay, for a proper F1 car to feature on my channel, and I'm gonna push this thing to its limit without hopefully crashing and burning. Now I have to say something, okay, and I hope this just proves to you that no matter how excitable and how much I love Scalextric slot cars and the different themes they do, and everything is licensed, okay, this is licensed right from the McLaren team. When you look at this car with the naked eye from a normal distance, this car looks beautiful. Absolute perfection. It's only when you get up close and personal with 4K video footage or high resolution photos do you see, it looks like sloppy work. But again, it's because it's so small, I think it's forgivable. What do you think? I mean, look at the camera again, properly. Can you see that? Yeah, really up close and personal. It looks like they just stuck something around it. The yellow bit. But when you pull back, literally when you pull back only a few inches, you don't even notice it. Unless you've got supervision like Superman. Right, so I'm just going to show you the simulated suspension system. Then I'll show you underneath. And then we're going to take this bad boy on the track. So as you can see there, I can't fault Scalextric for how they've done the suspension system.
All right, stop. Hammer tap. No, I've got to call this out. Everything looks great on this car, but what the hell is that on the wheel arch? At first I thought it might have been some of that lubrication grease that they use inside the cars and everything, but no, this thing is rock solid. I rub my finger over it and it's still there. Is that glue? I mean, really? Anyway, continue.
There is something missing from that whole system, okay? But to the average Joe or Jane, you wouldn't even notice. I'm telling you now, you wouldn't even notice. If you're into Formula One or Formula One cars, you will notice there's a couple of bits missing there. But for the purpose of this slot car, this looks awesome. Take a closer look at the livery. Absolutely love it. Do you know what? Where they have lacked in certain places, they've certainly made up for it on the helmet. Would you look at the detail on the driver's helmet? And if you look carefully, you can actually see the number 4 on the helmet, which is correct. And it's not just any old number 4. Look again. It's actually made up of the UK flag. Nice. And it being 4 and it being the British flag on there, I would say this bad boy driving this particular car is Lando Norris. And you know, he was a young lad when he started out driving this bad boy. He was only, what, 22 or something like that? Good grief. I hadn't even done my normal driving license by then. But anyway, one thing I have to say about this Scalextric model, which absolutely beats this thing up here, is the tyres are way better quality. They feel like tyres. I don't know how else I can explain it. That's it. Now, let's have a look underneath again. And instead of concentrating on those wires, let's have a look at the rest of this beautiful chassis they've got on here. Once again, 10 out of 10 Scalextric for what they do with a lot of their cars. Can you see that? That is literally the F1, the Formula One logo cut out right there. That looks pretty cool. Again, like I said before, it is under license, this whole car, from McLaren, so it's all official, very nice. And you can see the magnets there, look. If you get a chip to make this digital, this whole section just comes off anyway, and you replace it with something that looks almost identical like this, but it has the little IR or infrared or whatever that little LED looking thing is. It will be there. I think it's about time we took this for a test drive, and boy are we gonna burn some rubber. Oh, by the way, it looks fairly long, but it still doesn't beat the length of the Fab 1.
It's lights out and away we go. In the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna make greatness, replace it. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact.
Okay, should I push this car a little faster?
Okay, let's go.
Ooh, what can I say, people? Finally, this is the Scalextric F1 McLaren MCL36, and this car is everything. I love this thing with every atom in my body, apart from the odd little sloppy workmanship here and there on the bodywork. But other than that, performance-wise, it is up there. Even though I don't have the longest straights on my track, I was able to push this to its limit on my track without it flying off, and it handled it very well. Imagine if I had a very long straight on my track. This thing could go twice the speed you saw me pushing it at. Oh my gosh, awesome. I love it. It's amazing. Well done, Scalextric. Just, you know, pay a bit more attention to the finer details of the livery and the bodywork, but other than that, I'm in love with this car. And if you're interested, the actual code is C4424. I hope you liked the video. I hope you hit the thumbs up. I hope you're subscribed. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.